Hey guys, and welcome to the latest version of Master of Magic, the 2022 version. The original game was created back in 1994. I think it was Microprose. This time around it's Slitherine, and Slitherine was nice enough to give me a press copy of the game to take a look at the first 100 turns of the game. We only have access to 3 of the mages in the game, but I think that's going to be enough to get a pretty good feel for what this new version is all about. Let's jump into the game right away. Now, you probably know that Master of Magic is a turn-based game, a fantasy game where we control one mage each, and we are trying to eliminate all the other mages, or possibly cast the ultimate spell, which I forget, but it's been a long time since I played this game, but cast the ultimate spell and win the game that way. Now, here are the options we can go with. We have a couple of presets here: easy, normal, hard, and custom. If you look, there's actually quite a few of these help screens. You just hover over whatever section you want more information about. Right now we're looking at a score multiplier of 150%. It says here, if score multiplier is 150 or less, you will start the game with a granary in a capital. If it's 200 or more, loot will be better, but enemies will be stronger. So that will be affected by what we pick here. So the options here will let us customize the game, and that's going to be good to have, a lot of options where we can customize and make play the game multiple times, obviously. Now it's sitting at normal. I think I might go with that, but let's look and see what we have. Wizard picks, we have 10 to 12, it looks like. So in the full game, we get to pick spellbooks and wizard traits. In this version, in this demo, we don't get to do that. We only have 3 to choose from. But that's what that's for. Our starting gold is 120. If we change that, 160, now the score multiplier goes down because I gave myself more gold. So let's keep that at 120. AI skill, advanced, we have beginner, advanced, skilled, and master. Number of AI wizards, we can have up to 4, at least here now. Neutral armies, we're also on advanced there. Lair defense, that's advanced as well. Magic intensity, how much power is gained for each controlled power node? Normal 1.0 right now. That's a multiplier, it looks like to me. Special events, so these are special events. We can either go with the original unmodified events, or we can go with the updated version, so we get a choice in an event, or there's going to be updated and new events. Right now we have the updated and new events. That sounds good to me. Battle movement cost, maximum is 2. All tiles is 1, then it goes down, and we can say the full cost when it goes up. We'll keep that to 2. World size, here so we can specify the number of hexes. We're going to go with medium, I think, the way it's set. Let's go and click continue, and here we get to select our wizard. Right now we only have 3 to choose from: Merlin, Shari, and Sra here. And I believe these are the ones that were in the original game. Those of you who played it more recently, you probably can tell more. But anyway, if you look at Merlin here, for instance, he is the Great Wizard, and he has 5 spell books with the life and 5 with nature. For Shari, we get 5 death and 5 chaos, as you can see over there. And then for Sra, we get 4 life and 4 chaos. But Sra is going to start on the alternate plane of mirror. We are going to start on Arcanus. We pick Merlin or Shari instead. So also the traits, right? We have picked these. Well, we didn't really pick them, but we have them here. We can then pick traits in the full game, and we get this one for this playthrough here. We get Sage Mastery. So that means that this will increase the speed of our spell research in all 6 realms, not just in life or nature, by 25% from all sources. Okay. In order to pick this one, you need to have at least 1 spellbook in 2 different realms. So if you were to pick 1 realm only and pick a full complement there, you couldn't pick Sage Mastery. And you can see what they have here. There's Merlin there. That will cost 3 picks there. And then here is what Sherry has. And picking the spell books is something that does reduce the number of picks you can do. Anyway, I think I can go with Merlin. Let's go with him and see where that takes us. Yeah, okay, so we have life and we have nature. We get to pick here. I think we only have access to common because we need to have at least 10 spell books in order to, from a single realm in order to pick something from uncommon. And from rare we need to have at least 11, and we only have 5 right now here. What they have picked for us right now to start with, and we can change this, is healing. Divine Light descends to mend an ally, heals up to 5 hits of damage taken by the target non-undead unit. Just Cause. The Just Cause of life enacted by the caster is broadcast to all. The wizard's fame is increased by +10, and all cities reduce unrest by 10% as long as this spell is in effect. And then we have True Light. Holy Light descends upon creatures of life on the battlefield. Gain +1 attack strength, armor, and resistance, so +1 for all 3. Creatures of death suffers -1 to same stats. True Light and Darkness negate the effect of one another. Also, creatures of life. If we have those, which I'm not sure we're going to have right away. But anyway, Guardian Spirit, that would be a flying Guardian Spirit. It can meld with power nodes and thus generate magic power for the wizard. These are the 4 we have picked, but if we didn't want this one, we can deselect it. We have 1 slot left. We can do Holy Weapon. Blesses the target non-fantastic unit's weapons, allowing them, so a regular unit, allowing them to hit creatures which are immune to non-magical attacks and giving it 10% chance to hit in combat. Now, if you play the game, you probably recognized some of these here. Which one should we pick? Maybe we'll pick the default and see where that takes us. I'm extremely rusty on the game, but hopefully we can do okay at least. Now that's life. Next screen, nature. We have web here. This one is interesting, right? Target unit gets -3 resistance and may be immobilized. D10 roll minus current resistance. The result equals the number of turns active, but minimum is 1. Prevents flight. So they can't move. We can maybe use it in combat and control who can get close to us. War bears. This one I think we should keep. We can summon a group of ferocious warbears that can lead your troops through forest terrain. They specialize in melee combat and are cheap to maintain. They will obey the wizard's command until death or banishment. Stone skin. Transform outer flesh into a crust of stone. Causes the target skin to harden, increasing the unit's armor by +1. And then water walking. Upon the magical command, water carries your ally. Endows the target unit with the ability to walk on water. Might be good to, be able to get to different areas of the world. But let's keep the ones we have here. And here are the races we can pick from. Also 14 in the full game. For now, since we picked Merlin, we can only pick 1, and that's the halfling over here. Let's see what we get from then. The growth rate is going to be regular, base rate of 0 people per turn. Building restrictions, we can't build armor guilds, stables, shipyards, or universities. Okay. -1 melee attack, +2 resistance, and lucky for units. Okay. Spearmen, swordsmen, bowmen, and settler cost times 50% production. Our racial unit is the slinger. Interesting. Our farmers will produce 3 food and half a production. Worker, 2 production. And the rebels, well, nothing in there. And we can also pick a banner. Probably keep it with Merlin's regular banner. There are more nations here. Well, races there. We're going to be able to pick those with a full game, I'm sure. Okay, let's go for the game. Okay, a little bit of loading time here. It should be done in just a moment. All right, there we go. January of 1400, turn 1. We have 100 turns here, so we can probably get quite far in the game. Helianth Vale. Yeah, Helianth Vale. We can see here, that's our capital here. We have our summoning circles. Anything we summon is going to show up here. We're currently producing, that looks like housing to me. And housing is something you do when you don't have anything else scheduled. And so next term we're going to get more housing, which I think is more growth. We also have a population of 4, and it looks like it's going to take 6 turns to get another population. The green dashed area here indicates the range of our cities. Anything within here will affect what we produce, what we gain for that city. And it looks like we have something here. Now, in order to see what that is, we can click this here, the surveyor mode, or we can select tab, hover over it, and there we go. Hill takes 3 movement points. Remember in the settings I said cap it out at 2 movement points. If you set full, we would have to pay 3 to get up there. Anyway, this hex will give us half a food and 3% increase in production by default, but there's also mithril ore here. Provides 1 power to the nearby town, plus 2 if the town has a miner's guild. Additionally, if the city has an alchemist guild, all new units get magical mithril weapons with plus 1 attack strength and armor bonuses. Can be changed into silver using the transmute spell. That's interesting, right? Now, what was our limitations as the halflings? We have to look. Each city is specific to a certain race, and this is a halfling city. We hold it, as you can see. If I select it once, I select any units in the city, and we can see we have 2 here in this army, 2 out of a maximum of 9. A unit of halfling swordsmen with their stats. If you right click on it, you get more stats here. Okay, that's that. If I click one more time, I am now in the city. Highland Vale? Anyway, what do we get here? We cannot build Armor's Guild, stables, shipyards, or universities. Armor's Guild. Was that something we wanted to do here? An Alchemist Guild. All new. If we have an Alchemist Guild, we get magical mithril weapons. That is interesting. Okay, that's good to know. And also we get extra power if we have a Miner's Guild in the city. And I think that's fine if I remember what we had for the halflings. Yeah, there's no restrictions to that. Anyway, here's the city. And I think you kind of get the gist of the city here, looking at the screen. We have, at the bottom, this is our army. The units we have is a garrison that we saw on the main map. We have a construction queue, and this is actually housing like we were talking about before. It will increase our growth rate by doing this, but it's not something you want to do, I don't think, all the time. Above, we have resources, and one of them is mithril. That's this one over here. We also have wild game. Okay, that's interesting. Must be this one over there. We can go out and look at it here, obviously, but we can also go back into the city. Let's see it right there. We get 2 extra food to the nearby town, well, this town, and increase our maximum population by 2. Okay. We cannot be altered with the transmute spell. Okay, we can't change it. That's fine. Right now we have 1 farmer here. We have 4 citizens total. 1 farmer and 3 workers. So we're making 7 food, and that's, well, we had that game. Gives us more food, right? 8 production. And there is a little bit of unrest actually here. 10%. We also gain 1 in income and 11 in power. Now, if you want to know what we actually have already built here, there is an option to go here to a more of a schematic view where you can see the different buildings you have and you can see them described on the right. Here's our fortress. If you right click on it, you get more information. And this one here will produce power for us, like it said. Power is equal to the number of total spell books we have. We have 10, 5 light, 5 nature. That we can use to divvy up in different ways. We'll get to that once we jump out of the screen here. Anyway, it looks like we have a smithy, well, a barracks, smithy, builder's hall, granary, and fortress. The barracks, we can build our core units. Okay, that's good. The smithy, we can develop and produce quality weaponry. All right. The builder's hall, core building again, so we get it from the beginning. We can gain knowledge of our craft. We get 15% boost to housing. Now these 3 here will cost us 3 in upkeep as well. The granary, it's a core building, and that has to do with the fact that we set ourselves to be 150% in difficulty level, basically. So we got that for free. Adds 2 extra food, 2 maximum population, and 30 population growth per turn. You can see the population growth up there. So we have 181 there. And if we were to switch our population here, you can see what happens there. We're going to keep it here, I think, and get more production there. Now, if we think about the upkeep that we have going on, it looks like we're negative here. It's not great. So right now, we're getting 4 in taxes from the town. We have an upkeep of 3, those 3 buildings we looked at, and then units of 3. We can see those here. If you look at the halflings, this one will have an upkeep of 1 gold and 1 food. And this one over here, settler, 2 gold and 1 food. So we probably do want to settle, right? Okay. So there is that. We have negative on that. We have mana as well. We're making 4 mana. We'll get into that, how we generate mana in a second. We have 1 surplus of food, so I don't really want to limit that and put them all on production. Then we're going to be in bad shape. We're going to be starting to disband units. So we'll go, I think doing 1 for sure. Gold goes up to 0 if we have 2 farmers. We get more food, but what if instead of doing this, we increase our taxation rate? Right now we have global unrest of 20 and we have 10 here in this particular city. If I increase that, now we're breaking even. We have 20% here. There's no actual rebels yet. If I go up 1 more, now we get 1 rebel. They're worthless, so I don't think that's in our best interest. We can stick with this. This would be okay. What if I get 1 more farmer? We get more gold, more food. Okay, we could do that. It's going to impact our production. Speaking of production, what do we want to build? Well, if we go to the build screen, we can see here what we have available to us. This marketplace here takes 100 in production. It takes 17 turns to do that right now, the way we have it set up. And you can only do 1 thing at a time. Right now we have the construction queue sitting to housing, but as soon as I pick something else, it's going to show up here. You can only do 1 at a time. So if you want to do a building, you cannot do a unit at the same time. What if we closed? That's 17 turns, right, for this one? And then if we were to bump that up, the workers in the town, what do we get then? If I get rid of that, 13 turns. That's a 4 turn difference. But I think I want the money. We don't want to be negative, right? At a minimum. Right now we're sitting at 0 exactly. So any unit we get now, if we have to pay upkeep for it, it's going to be a negative modifier. But we are paying for this settler 2 gold. Could we settle somewhere? I'm hoping we can. Anyway, let's go back in and take a look at the... We'll do this here and take a look and see what we get. 17 turns there at the marketplace. A key step in making more gold. Seems reasonable to us to get more gold. Alright, so increase the taxable revenues of the city by 50%. I think that is something we want to do. We need a smithy, which we do have, and then we can get a farmer's market after that. Add 3 food and 30 people per turn. Increase max population by 3. Let's go with the marketplace. Now, I think the original game didn't have a construction queue, so that's kind of nice to see here, right? Alright, what else do we want to get? What do we want to schedule after that? Now, we can do trade goods if we wanted to, if we were really strapped for cash, but that's probably a bad idea. If we get this marketplace here, do we really want to do that, or do we want to get a unit? I think we're going to go for this one. Maybe we get lucky and settle a city. We only have 1 unit, right? Right now, a swordsman, I think it is. It's only 3 turns to get a spearman. Maybe we want to get that. Well, no, we don't. Because you can see, a spearman is going to cost us probably upkeep, right? No, it doesn't cost gold. It only costs, I'm looking here in the middle, it only costs food, actually. So that would be a good one to get. Let's maybe, we'll get 1 spearman, then we'll go for marketplace. This is probably not the optimized way to play, but at least I show you how the screen works. There are more buildings here, as you can see by the page here. There's the Miner's Guild, by the way. Requires minerals, mountains, or hills, which we do have. Mineral bonus 50%, city production 50. I want to go out and check that. What do we say about our resource over here? Mithril ore. if we have a Miners Guild, we get extra power. That's interesting. But it's 50 turns. We have to wait a little bit, I think. Let's go for that marketplace for now. Okay, marketplace is there. No, actually, go for the spearman, and then we'll do the marketplace. We can let it be managed by our familiar. Each mage has their own familiar. And they have rules here about what to do, but we're going to take care of that ourselves, right? Okay, so that's the city. I think we have some units here, but before we get going on that, there is the mana over here. Mana is used to cast spells. Everything costs mana. And how much mana you have, how much you gain, is controlled by how you divvy up your power. So you have power and you have mana. We're generating, I think it was 11. The 11 here on the magic screen is shown here. So it comes from your fortress, spellbooks, magic nodes, and whatnot. You can split that up any way you want. Right now we have 4 and going to mana, 4 to research, and 3 to casting skill. Which, if you want to know what that does, you can hover over here. On the overload map, casting skill indicates how much maximum mana we can spend for spell casting each turn. So if we're casting a spell, it's going to take multiple turns. This 20 here, even if we have 30 mana, we can only use 20 per turn to get those spells out. Let's say they take 90 mana, it would take us 5 turns to get that out. So having a high number there is good. Right now we're boosting it by 3 per turn, so next turn it will be 23. Do we want to focus on that? I don't know. It might be good to have more mana. Well, to know that, let's take a look and see what we're going to research right now. These are the options we have. I think it varies. Once we research one, we get more options in here. Not selecting anything right now, because it takes 50 turns here to do it right now. But that depends on what you have said, how your power should be distributed. If you do more to casting skill, and that's higher, the turns will go down. That is the total mana, and that's how long it will take. This one will take 4 turns, a bless, and we need 20 mana for that. So, should we do that? We may want to do that. That's the bless. We select it. It can be cast as a world spell and as a combat spell. It's an enchantment. Blessing of the Divine upon the Chosen adds 3 to the target resistance and armor against all chaos and death spells or monster attacks. Or monster attacks. Is that chaos monster attacks? No, it would be just any monster attack, right? Rarity is common. Upkeep cost. To use this to cast on something on a unit, you have to spend 1 mana per turn. So if we do that on the world map, they're going to be blessed forever, but now we have to pay more. So I don't know, but it takes only 4 turns to do that. What about heroism? An ally, one of our units, I guess, right, is anointed with the power of life itself. The target non-fantastic regular unit immediately becomes elite commander for heroes. Interesting. That will take us 50 turns. Let's not do that. Earth to mud is interesting as well. That's a quick one. The earth erupts, splitting up mud onto any unit in the 3 hex area in each direction from the target. The effect lowers the movement points to 1, so it slows them down. Probably good if we have a lot of units, but I don't know if that's something you want to do right away. Yeah, we're going to do the quick ones, I think, because I want to see what else we can get. So one of these 2. Maybe we'll do the bless. Let's go ahead and select research. There, now that's being researched, as you can see. We can cast a spell. We have 30 mana here. I'm only making 4 per turn right now, but we could cast something. I do want to get the warbears. Summons a group of ferocious warbears that can lead your troops through forest terrain. They specialize in melee. We saw this before. World spell. You can't cast it in combat, but if you do on the world map, you get to keep them later. They cost 2 in upkeep, though. Kind of expensive, but we can do it. Takes 10 turns. Well, we have 30, and then every turn we gain 4 more. Do we want to do that? I'm tempted to do it. What if we say to select that? Yeah, we probably will do it. Oh, by the way, these are quick ways to get to different parts of your spells. I think I might want to get this one. So if I select them there, and we say cast. Now, we don't have 70 mana yet. but now we're down to 10. Why 10? Well, we had 30. We were at 10 because we only have 20 in casting skill. So that's why it went down to 10. We're gaining 4. So next turn we're going to have 14, but we're going to use all 14 because our casting skill is 20 to improve. Do I want to maybe say instead of research going up here, we'll go and bump it up and just dragging it here. So we'll maybe bring down, we'll lock this one and then bring down research. It's going to take a long time to get the bless now, 10 turns, but maybe this is better anyway. If I move this up here, 5. So now we're getting 5 per turn. No, casting skill, we're getting 5 on the casting skill side of things. We can use more, but we're not going to be able to, right? I think it's better to do mana. We go up to 6, that's 16. I can go all the way to 20. And now research is all the way to 0. It's not very good. But it will be quicker to get the bears. Maybe we will do that. Forget about the research for now. Forget about increasing our casting skill. Actually, we'll bring it up like that instead. So we have 1. It takes 20 turn for a bless. Yeah, I think this is good. Let's get those bears out. Alright. So there's that. What else can we do on the screen here? Well, we saw we could do the surveyor mode. We can look at the other plane. This is Arcanus, the overworld, I think, more or less. And then down here, we don't know anything yet, so we don't know what's going on there. If we want to, we can move around on the map. This is WASD, which I'm very happy to see. And we can also zoom out a little bit and see it from above there. So that's good. You cannot, as far as I can tell, rotate the map though. Looks like it's going to be 4 turns now until we get the bears. That sounds good to me. Remember, I think they cost 2 in upkeep, right? I think it was. Anyway, we have some notifications here. That's good. We did this. We did this. We did that. Okay, let's see. Just double check. We're getting an experiment in 3 turns. Yep, that's good. And then after that, we'll do the marketplace. Now, we have our army here. Are we going to take them out? I think we should, right? Let's see. We can also use the left or middle mouse button to drag here. Now, I think we're going to go down. We have 2 movement points here, so let's go down. And we can actually right-click. I don't think I went over this very well. Experience 1 out of 20. And here we get a little bit of information about the halflings. These are the warriors. So the way it works is we have a number of warriors in each unit, so to speak. So there are figures there, right? There are 8 of them here. Each one of them has 2 attacks. They get to roll the die to attack twice, and they have a 40% chance for each one to hit. Then they have armor. If they get hit, they have 2 chances to block, 40% chance there. Resistance, we can withstand normal attacks and spells. So now we have 70% chance there. And each figure has 1 hit point. They're not very strong. Here we have certain, what are these called? Skills, I guess. That's the unit. We can gain experience for them. They can do melee attack. They are lucky, so we get +1 to all of our rolls. Attack, armor, and resistance. That's pretty good. I like that. And then a large shield. +2 to our armor against all ranged attacks. I guess that means we get 4 really here, right? We have no ammo because we don't have a ranged attack. We have no mana. Some units can use mana. We have 100 unit health. Okay, that's 8 out of 8 is what that means. Okay, that's them. Now, for the halflings, yeah, there's nothing much here. We're not going to use them in combat. They have more movement, though. So, there is that. But let's go down and see, down in this location. You may be wondering what these places are. These are places of interest. There's going to be something there we might have to fight. I don't think we're ready for that yet. We might be, but I don't think I want to take a chance yet. Or we could maybe, as an example. Yeah, let's do it. Let's select one of our units, this one, and move over. We can move directly here. We can go by right-clicking a single square. We'll go over here now. These are no mere ruins. It's an old dungeon. Who knows what dark secrets it may hide beneath. But beware, there may be many dangers lurking in the dark. I think we can say accept here. It's the only option we have. What do we find? I don't think this is going to be a good fight for us. There are neutral units here. Fire giants. Each figure, it's only one that has 15 hit points. They have a ranged attack. These are massive, right? Look at them. Yeah. And they also have a Hellhound here. So, if our familiar here says that there's a 100% chance we're going to have a total defeat. Let's not engage in that case. Let's call that good. So we kind of backed off there. We'll continue down next turn. I think we'll select here by left clicking. We'll take the settlers, right click. Yeah, let's move in there as well. And then we'll go to the next turn. That was the one turn. We have our map here. By the way, I haven't shown what these options are up here. This is the wizard info. This is Merlin himself. Our wealth, how much gold we have, how much mana, and our fame. So heroes are more likely to join if we have fame. If you ever played D&D Empires, that's a game that took a lot from Master of Magic, so it's very similar to this game. History, victory, and close. So victory, yeah, the spell of mastery we can do, or we can defeat these 4 wizards. We don't know much about them. And here we have a little bit of stats as well, it looks like. Going back to cities, that's just an overview. If you have multiple cities, you get a quick view of what you have and the map here, where the city is located. We have the armies, they're sitting there. And it does say we have armies awaiting, or units awaiting orders, because we could move the one settler unit, but we're not going to do that. There's the magic. Here's diplomacy. We don't know of anybody yet, or we could talk to them. And then we have some options over there. Yeah, I say we call that good. Let's select the unit, though, here. And we can tell them to skip. Wait is F. I think we're done here, actually. And we may need to tell them to do something. And they should have 1 movement point, or they have 2 movement points left. If I tell them to guard, they will not prompt for further action. I can't do wait. Okay. But I say guard, and now I can undo that, and end turn is active over here. Never mind. We can just say end turn. Let's do that now. Alright, we're on turn 2 now. February 1400. Nothing happened. That's good. We want to keep it that way. Here's our army. Let's bypass this dungeon over here. Yeah, now that we know what's there, let's not worry about that too much. So there, left click, and then right click to move. We have 2 movement points, as you can see down here. Let's see, if we go down, yeah, I guess we'll go down here, right click. We'll see if we can settle a city a little bit further away. Now, we are 3 turns away, it looks like, from getting our spearmen, and 9 turns away from getting another population. You know what? Now I think about it, maybe we don't want to have... Oh, we have a rebel here. Never mind. We're at 0. It's too much to get 30 here and 30 there. If I reduce that, we're still okay. Okay, now we're looking better. Okay, that's good. So 20 and 20, still at 0. That's fine. Let's do that. Okay, so now, still 9 turns though. We're making 4 per turn. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and use our unit here now. Left click and... Oh, I can't move anymore. This one can move 1 more, but we already used up 2 here. So I think that's all we can do. We move down from here. Yep. Let's go for the next turn. All right, let's go into... It's March now, turn 3. Let's move one square down here, or 1 hex down here, and into the forest. Actually, what is this here? This terrain. It is forest. Both of them. Yep. Okay. There. What do we have here? We can just press tab. It's a forest. There's wild game. More food. So maybe putting a city down here is tempting, right? More food would be... I think it would mean that we get population quicker, right? 1 more turn until we get that 1 unit. All right, let's move. Turn 4 now. Let's move down and continue down here. Yeah, there is a building here. And I don't know if that 3 means it's a level 3. Probably does. So probably not too hard, but still. This one here is a level 2. We might be able to make it, but I don't think I want to try. We'll go down here instead. Oh, we're already out of moves for him. Okay. We gained a halfling spearman. Let's take a look at them now. Since we're in here, we can go to the build screen. If you look at the spearmen compared to the swordsmen, really the only difference there is that with the spearmen, they only get one attack. They get to roll the die once versus spearmen twice, which is pretty big. They both have 1 hit point. They're both 8 figures. But this one will cost us 1 more in upkeep, so it's not ideal to have it. I kind of wanted to make sure I had 1 unit here. If I remember correctly, in the original Master of Magic, there was a benefit in reducing unrest. Garrison, yeah, if you look at the second part of that unrest is modified by the tax rate and so forth, and garrison units. We have 1, so we need to get another one. Then I can maybe raise taxes. If I go up now, 25, yep, we get that. So actually, next in queue here, we're getting this one. I think I'm going to get 1 more spearman, and then we'll do the marketplace. Yep, let's do that. Okay, we are 17 turns away from the bless, 1 turn away from summoning in a bear. That's great news. I want to get them. Okay, move the army. This army here, but I'm going to put them on guard, I think. They're going to stay here and not prompt us for any actions. This is our familiar, right? Master, come bearing gifts to offer you a magic spirit. They are great scouts, and once you conquer a power node, they may meld with it and provide power for you. If you accept, I shall give you the spirit, or consider your choices to choose another. I think I'll take it. Let's see what choices we'll do. We get the spirit, or 20 gold, or 10 mana. Ask for more information about the spirit and power nodes. I think we'll take the spirit. They can meld, they can scout around. Let's do that. Perfect. We'll take that. Now, what is that? Here we go. At our summoning circle, we now summon the warbears. Excellent. Good news. So they're going to be back home here in the Highland Vale. We're down. Can we even settle here? Travel, special actions, wait, continue movement. I don't think we can settle here. If we hover over that here, unsuitable town site, there's an existing town within 4 tiles. If we go here, we cannot, there's a town here. We have to go even further down here. Maybe we can do it. It looks tough here, but we're going to continue. We'll take the army and move it down here. Yes, we can. Let's go over here. Oh, that was tough terrain, so we can't move. Okay, we're done with them there. Now, let's look at the units here. We actually have 3 units now. How are we doing in the city itself? The Vale, as I like to call it. 15, okay, we are good there. If I go up, 25%. Now, remember, garrison units, except fantastic units. That's not good. So maybe the bears, are they influencing this? Let's see. First of all, what do we get from the bears? They get 7. Oh, enhanced. Enchanted weapon. Alright. 7 attack rolls at 30%. They have 3 in armor there at 30%. Resistance is 60. There are 2 of them, and each one has 8 hit points. It's pretty good. It's a forester. They allow all units stacked with them to pass through force at a cost of 1 movement point. That's good. That's quite good. But I think what we'll do is we'll bring him out. Maybe what we'll do is we'll get another warbear, and then we'll see if we can attack one of these places. That might be a good idea. All right, and we also have the magic spirit. They can fight. 10 hit points there. Movement is 2, but they can move. Water movement, yeah, and ground, not air. Upkeep is 1 mana. Okay, this is interesting, and they can also meld with a node and to gain control over it. With a Chaos Sorcerer and Nature. Okay, interesting. So we should take them and scout around. I think that's a good idea. Now we're getting that secondary, or the second spearman as well. So that's going to be another 2 turns, and then soon-ish we'll get more population. Still have 16 turns here, but let's go back in here. We got them here. Yep, dismiss that. Yep, we are still keeping all our money there, or all our power in the mana, all 11 there. Well, 10 out of 11. So if we go, we have a spell here we can cast. I think I'm going to do another one. Even though it costs me another 2, it's going to be expensive. But 2 war bears. Let's do 2. We'll cast that. It's going to be 10 turns. We're gaining 7 now because we're paying upkeep, right? That, oh yeah, this one probably cost upkeep then, yeah. Yeah, 1 in upkeep and 2 in upkeep. That's 3. That's why it's going to take longer now to get it. That's not good. I think I might want to bump up that to max. Does that change the situation here? 9. Make save 1 turn. Okay, we'll take that. Yeah, okay. That's good. So now that we have them here, let's take our magic spirit. Or not control the clicking. I think I'm going to move the 2 of them. We'll move them up in this direction here. That looks like 2 turns. Yep, good, they're moving away. We'll keep our other unit, our spearman here. Negative 25 on rest. Negative 1, so we're losing money, but it's still okay. We are going to get that marketplace. Once we get the next spearman, I hope this will go away. Okay, good. So down here, did we say we have anything else we can do? We can select them by left clicking. No, you're done moving. So we'll end the turn here. Okay, now let's continue moving up with the 2 of them here together. I don't think I want to attack just yet, right? Which, by the way, what is that mountain? Volcano. Extra production, but it's no food at all. Okay. Now, let's go back to... I think we can we select the next unit? I don't know. Yeah, okay, anyway, we'll take the units here then. Select them. Let's move down here. Should we maybe settle a city here? What are the... how does it look? Yeah, it's in town within 4 tiles. There is a town within 4 tiles. That's not good. 1, 2, 3. There is one there. Right, we have to move away, maybe even down here. There is this one. Abandoned keep. I don't think I can take it with my swordsman, right? But we'll select them and move down here. Now, I think we might, 1, 2, 3, 4, we might be able to do something here. No, we can't, not yet. Okay. Let's end the turn. Yep. We get another unit now. Let's check and see here, July 1400. What do we have in the town? 20. Yep, there he goes. The rebel is now taken care of. Holding them down. So we're gaining money back again. Okay, that's good news. All right, now we're going to go for the marketplace. Let's do the marketplace here. What do we get for that? Increase our taxable revenues by 50%? Yeah, 50%. That's good. We'll keep them here. We'll set them to... they're both guarding, right? Yeah, they're already guarding, so that's fine. I'm not going to move them. I do move this army up. When do we get the next guy? 7 turns. It's a long time. We're making 8. But let's scout out maybe a place we can attack. I thought I could see... What do we say here? We can't quite... Mysterious cave. I don't think I want to attack with 1, but maybe we want to check it out at least and see if there's something we want to attack later with maybe 2 of the bears. Some caves are a mere shelter from the elements, but some may hide a beast lair or even a treasure trove. I mean, it looks better, right? It's still 100% total defeat, but what do we have? Giant spider, 10 hit points. 4 attacks at 40%. Magical? Yeah. Weapon there. Nature Realm. Fantastic unit. No ranged ability. It has a little bit of armor resistance. There are 2 of them there. So this is going to defeat us then, right? They have a +1 hit chance. Each point increases units' chance to hit by additional 10%. Poison. That's probably a bad idea to attack them with that poison. So let's go ahead and say don't engage on this one. And we'll continue down the path here. I think we'll go... We could check out this here, actually. We should have done that probably before. But let's go around this way maybe and take a look and see what we find here. We can't move. We're good with that. We can move this army. Yep, we're ready to move them. We said we couldn't actually have a city here, right? No, we can't. So let's move down here then. So we can't... Wait a minute. We can't actually... I think... let's see. Special actions. We can do it here. I think we can do it here. It says we can't, but I think that might be a bug. Do we want to build it here, though? Or do we want to wait to see what we have around it here, you know? Because I think this doesn't look great with the desert. Only production. Hill, you know, it's better. It gives you food and production. A swamp. I think maybe we want to do... So I think we go up a little bit and check it out. We go up on top of the hill here. Well, we'll take both of them. Oh no, there is a city there. That's why I'd say I couldn't actually do it. Sure, wool is here. Okay, this is a neutral city, independent. What do we have here? The Clackens live there. 2 farmers, 2 workers, no rebels. We have a Clacken spearman. We need to take this one, don't we? Let's see, if we send down the warbear and our spirit, and we'll take our swordsman, couldn't we take it? I would think we could. That's interesting. Let's have them... We'll move around them a little bit. Bring down our bears next turn. One more turn till we get the bless. Excellent. Now there's the bear. I'm going to send him down. We'll send him down here. The bear is 6 turns away. We'll send him down to... What did we say here? This is the dungeon. Here, we don't know this one. Okay. In that case... We'll take them and send them down in this direction. Yeah, let's do that. And then they're going to be ready to help out and take over that city down there, I think. Now, for them, if we can't really settle here, but we can scout it out at least. Let's do that. Probably took all our movements. Yes, it did. Okay. So there's mountains here. There's no resources that I can see, right? And our limit's going to be 100 turns. We're 10% there, right? Let's move down here. There we go. We are 2 turns away for gaining population. 15 turns for that marketplace, right? 5 turns there. And we get a bless that we could cast. Remember, there's an upkeep cost, though. I don't think I want to do it right now. Can't see too much there. End of turn. Now I'm going to move down here. We are 4 turns away. Let's check it out now. No, we can't. We are out of moves. Okay. And you, well, if we take this city, let's move up here. It looks like there's some forest there. Yeah. So the city is there. If we go up there, I don't think we can do anything. Yeah, existing town. It's true. Alright, the bears are here now. We'll go over and check this out. They might even be able to take command or attack them here. A towering keep stands before you. Perhaps it is the home of some mercenary force or a bandit lair. Whoever occupies it, surely there are treasures to be had. Now, this is a little bit different. We are borderline able to do it. There's a 10% chance we can win with a moderate loss. They have, that's us attacking. They have a bear and a sprite. A sprite. They have a ranged weapon. They're gonna be out there back there sniping us, right? So they get 3 chances to attack us. Ammo 4, movement 3, upkeep 3. That doesn't matter for us. There's 4 of them. If you look at our spirit, only 1. And no range. We have to close quickly. We're not going to engage, I don't think so. Instead, we'll check out the other ones here. But we'll do that next turn, I guess. Now, we know the city is down here. Sharp rule, we want to take that if we can. And let's see, are we actually... We can settle over here. Let's think about that next turn. Wait, it still says... Oh, wait, 1. But I think we're at 0. That's research, right? And we're not doing any research. So if I were to give 1 point back here... If you bring it down... If you lock it at 0... Yeah, that's what it is. So that 1 is wrong. I was misreading that. That's... Yeah, it takes forever to get that. That's fine. We don't care about that, so... 3 turns to the warbear. That's what I want. End the turn. Okay, there is our bear. We have this one. What is this one here? Tab. Mysterious Cave. Yeah, we'll check it out. I think... Yeah, we'll do it. Alright, let's see what we find. No, that's not for us to take. 2 of these sprites and cockatrice. Poison? No. No, not poison for them. Yeah, stoning, exactly. Stoning touch. We don't want to do that. Must resist. Yeah, I think we'll skip that. Don't engage. Instead, we'll go and check out this one. Fallen temples are remnants of ancient places of worship. They were once defiled by some dark influence, and thus have fallen into disrepute and decay. Beware this place may be guarded. Okay, all again hard to do, right? Guardian spirits. 10. Yeah, there's no way we can do that. So let's not engage that either. We'll go back over here next turn. Now, if we had 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, we could probably settle here if we wanted to. There's a forest here. What does that give us? Half food, 3% production. Same as a hill. Oh, tile is occupied. Oh yeah, there is a ancient temple there. Maximum population 23 if we settle here, and 17 here, but I think that depends on once you scout around with the tiles that you find. So we'll take them, let's tab out of that, and I think I just scout a little bit more with them. And maybe we'll settle somewhere close around here. We could settle here, right? We could do it now. 1, 2, 3. It might be tempting to do that there. There's a river. Rivers are good, I think. We do have this. Iron ore. Reduces the construction cost for normal units by 5%. Should we settle? Yeah, we don't know enough here, but I think instead of walking around, let's go in and see if we can settle. Special action. Build an outpost. So, Merndale is here now. It's just an outpost. It takes a while to grow up to a hamlet. Halfling swordsman. We actually have 2 there. Do we get that for free? I guess we do. Looks like we can maybe rename it. Is that what we can do here? Yes, we can. That's a nice touch. And we can, I guess, disband the city. Okay, we have a unit though. We can keep him. Oh, we have actually 2 there. Yeah, this is the one. One of them we moved there. I think we get a free unit if I remember. Okay, so this now we know what we have around us here. Maybe we should have settled. Now, what is this? These are place of interest. This tab. What do we have here? Tower of Nature Wizard out unexplored, and there's an ancient temple there as well. Now we have 2 units there. We probably want to keep that there. I don't know if it impacts. See, we going up here a little bit. If that affects the likelihood that we're going to have a problem here. 5 turns for improvement in population. Yeah. But let's take the army out. And when do we get him? Next turn is the bear, right? So once we get the bear, let's let him consolidate and head on down here. And we'll take our 2 swordsmen as well. But you know what? I'm already almost at an hour. So if you like this, like what you see here, come back and we'll play some more and check out the new version of Master of Magic. I'll see you later.